Hello, love. Welcome to Feeling Fridays here on the Libran Key. These are messages for the highest and the greatest good of the Elsh Collective, the Empath Journey, specifically the E in the Elsh Collective for empaths. The Empath Journey and Empath Consciousness here on Mama Gaia. Know that if this message has found you or you have found it, that there is something here for you. Always the intention that I put into these messages. And thank you, family, for being here. Sending you so much love wherever you are. This message is coming off of, interestingly enough, and this can happen sometimes when we are experiencing things in our life, and then we have messages that want to come through that are essentially showing us that what we are experiencing in our own lives is really truly very deeply connected to a bigger thing that's going on collectively, okay? And I'm speaking here specifically to the Empath Collective and the Empath Journey here on Mama Gaia. Spirit, Source, I'm also feeling the Venusian Galactic Council of Light, the emissaries of light, and light consciousness as they are referred to as how they're showing it to me. Also, Commander Ashtar coming through. He has a connection to Venus and the Venusians, very closely connected to that. And I'm also, I'm going to leave it at that. There are, interesting. Okay, so what they're directing me to here as well is any ascended masters that we are each working with, or perhaps we don't even know yet that we are to work with, that are very much connected to Christed consciousness. It could even be an ascended master like Christ, or another ascended master from a different realm, from a different even place point they're showing me throughout our galactic history, which is absolutely fascinating. But I'm getting a lot of Venusian energies. I'm getting Lemurian energies as well. Very divinely feminine, as we understand it here on Mama Gaia. These energies that are very divinely feminine around compassion, around love, and especially unconditional love for the self. Now, the term self-love, and I'll get to the whole, they want me to get to the personal aspect of it and how it's connected to my own experience this past week specifically, especially within the last maybe 3 days. Interesting that number's coming through. They're also connecting it to the fact that today, as I record this and post this to the Libran Key, it is a one day. It is June 14th, 2024. When you add those digits up, that reduces to 19, right? 6 and 1, 7. And then we have it's interesting because then even just the date, the 6 and the 1 with the 7 and the 4, we're getting an 11, which is interesting because they're showing me, again, portal energy here and being able to jump through a portal. The last Transmission Tuesday's message, we talked about that, the energy of the portal, and it was coming through that card in the Starseed Oracle deck, which I cannot remember the name of that card yet, but it was something about being a portal, right? And the energy of you being your own portal, being able to, through your body, through your temple, through your pillar of light, through your divinity and your divine self and connection to the divine, you create a portal for yourself of your own making, okay? So they want to bring that through specifically. And then we've got the energies of the 8 year coming in to mix with this. That's 19, that reduces. So that, again, 8 talking specifically about the best way we can simply understand it is personal power, the ebbs and the flows that we go through. 444 on the counter as I say that. Angelic, a lot of angelic energy wanting to come through to assist us on our day-to-day. Whenever we start to go back into some very deep rooted, seated, I should say, specifically patterns that are asking us to step even more into our power and really embracing the shitty patterns, for lack of a better way of putting it, but I'm also being I want to make a light of it, because I'm especially speaking to those of us who are doing the work and very conscious about this stuff, okay? And yet, there's always another realm to jump. There's always another expansion that wants to take place. And that is okay. It is absolutely fine. This is really a message of, I'm getting a lot of even, the energy of Jupiter coming through here. I don't know where Jupiter is right now. Is Jupiter in Taurus? I always me. That's what I'm getting. I'm just getting this energy of really being comfortable with ourselves, with our journeys, with our growth. As counterintuitive as that sounds, because growth can be very uncomfortable. Think of the chrysalis. But there's a portal here of our own making, because today is a 1 day. 19, that reduces to a 10, that reduces to a 1. So the energies of 19, 10, and 1, maybe that's popping up for you somewhere going on. I don't know. This 19 energy is really quite interesting because of that sun. This is, again, it's like I'm getting a lot of the Taurus, something with Taurus, okay? Definitely. What actually they're showing me is this is connected to obviously Venus, okay? Because in astrology, Venus is the ruler of Taurus, okay? So, and this being the Libran key, we got these energies of very Venusian energies wanting to come through. That was already stated, obviously. But specifically what they want me to bring through here is this archetype of Taurus, the energy of being comfortable in our bodies, the energy of feeling safe in our bodies, of having a regulated nervous system, and the energy of the one, the individual, our individual spark, okay? All connected to the keys that reduce to 1 in the tarot, but specifically they're actually pointing me to the Magician. That is what they're pointing me to. And the 10, the energy of the Wheel of Fortune, of creating your own portal, of a new cycle beginning, okay? Part of the bigger cycle of our growth. So this is happening individually with regard to the Empath Journey here on Mama Gaia and the Empath Collective. So it's happening to each individual empath in different ways, where we are essentially transcending, again, patterns and loops in consciousness is what they're bringing through specifically. And then we go to the 19, we go to the energy of the sun, we go to this energy of rebirth, is how they're showing it to me, but essentially emphasis on because we're connecting back to the inner spark and the purity of the inner flame, the connection to source. And that could be inner child work. Again, that's just this joy, this energy of joy, of purity, of you, not self, what's the word? It's like you not, it's not self-regulating, but it kind of is. Don't confuse this with regulation of the nervous system is what I'm like, I don't want to, but it's about how we regulate, try to control ourselves or put ourselves in a box, or the ways that we have been programmed and indoctrinated, the shit that we've heard growing up with regard to self-criticism specifically, the critical voice that's there, the small little critical voice that can, become present in our mind, in the human mind is how I'm being shown it. That just continues to get down on ourselves, okay? For not having gotten it right, for, just the self-judgment really is what I'm getting. I'm getting self-criticism, self-judgment, here we are, oh my God, we're going through this again? Yeah, we are, because there's always another layer. Oh, wow. And now they're showing me even the layers of Mama Gaia, her celestial body, the earth as a metaphor, but it's also energetic, because this is happening where her layers are also ascending, peeling back, shifting. And yet they're showing me how highly evolved she is, and she's continuing to just shift. This is the way, is what I'm hearing. This is the way of so many ascended masters, is what I'm hearing. And that is why the ascended master realm is really wanting to come through for this message, specifically for the empaths here on Mama Gaia, because of the fact that our own self-judgment and criticism could be the absolute worst on ourselves. We can be very, very, very hard on ourselves. So tying this into just sort of what has happened, I mean, I really don't, it's funny because I think I've already sort of explained it in terms of old patterns of my own coming up, frustrations coming up in my path, trajectory. But what those frustrations are essentially doing is they're asking me to step up even more. So that the same thing may be happening to you as well. What I'm also noticing is, because of the amount of work that we're doing on this, we're much more quickly able to snap out of it. So where we might, have a knee-jerk reaction, and remember, okay, so the other thing that they're showing me, coming back to Taurus in the body here, is that wherever there perhaps are remnants, where the body is holding memory around, let's just say, an older way of being, a more habitual is the word, a more habitual knee-jerk reaction to our way of being, that now we're acting much more like observers because there is a consciousness around it. So the body in memory is having knee-jerk reactions to particular situations, and these are coming up. We are becoming very quickly conscious of them immediately of where we're like, that's an old pattern. That's not me anymore. That's not me anymore, in the sense of the person I have known up until this point, right? This avatar being is kind of how they're showing it to me. So it's sort of like, no, but remember that we experience these things for our evolution and growth. So we are now much more aware of where these old patterns are coming up, and right away we're beginning to alchemize them. 1313 on the counter as I say that. Okay, the energy of Lazar wanting to come through for that too. This is interesting. And he's reminding me of the pyramid, the golden pyramid energy. That video where he first came through to talk about energy protection and also transmutation. We're going to have to do a whole other message on this, is what he's showing me, because there's something in the sacred geometry of the pyramid and the golden pyramid specifically that he's showing me. And this somehow connected. It's interesting. Because even though for some reason, I don't know, there's something going, I'm getting a mix of energies coming in here. And I think I'm going to have to sort of do a meditation and another video on this specifically, where, okay, he's showing me the alchemization through this golden pyramid structure. He's showing me alchemy. He's showing me the alchemization of these challenges, so to speak, the things that we are, the body, he's coming back to the body and the things that are coming up for us in our bodies and how we can alchemize it, and that this is somehow connected to this energy. He's also bringing in that if you have been seeing synchronistically pyramids, or in your meditations, thank you, Lazar, in your meditations, if you're seeing pyramids, this is an indication of that. Thank you, Lazar. He wanted to come in specifically for that message. If you're seeing pyramids coming up in your meditations, seemingly out of nowhere, because they're not coming out of nowhere, but it's like for you, you're like, I haven't seen a pyramid. I haven't really been focusing on anything pyramid shaped, whatever. He's also showing me crystals. Like he's showing me, you're at your local beautiful metaphysical shop and you're like, oh, that's so cool. There's like a crystal, like there's a crystal there. It's like a clear crystal quartz pyramid. I never really noticed that, and suddenly you're just like, I feel like I need to have that, something speaking to me. Or you're seeing pictures or images, again, in meditation, or, you know, you're attracted to like orgone pyramids, those type of things, something coming up in your stratosphere where you're seeing a pyramid show up. There's a reason for it. It's connected to this alchemization, the transmutation of emotion, energy, specifically through the body, into more consciousness, light consciousness, and especially the consciousness of, this is here for me to grow even more. This is here for me to evolve even more. Okay, and all of this is connected to a deeper understanding of self-love, because this term, self-love, is also something that is being thrown around and also diminished and in its own way being usurped to make it something frivolous. Like getting your nails done on a Friday. Getting your nails done on a Friday because it is Venus Day. Oh my God, they're so hilarious how they just brought that through. And I don't mean like I'm not... they're like, we don't want to, this is not meant in any way to diminish in any way practices like that are actually, they are helping people, right? But it goes way deeper than that. They're essentially showing me that you can tune into whatever depth you want with regard to this, but understand that there is a way though, and I'm speaking very specifically to the way that this term self-love is being cheapened, is how they're showing it to me, diminished, and you thinking you've done your due diligence because you went and you got your manicure. And I say that in all seriousness now, okay? Because there's something deeper going on here. I'm going to end it there. Yeah, I'm working with rose quartz because this is one of, I feel, have always felt, one of the most ultimate empath crystals. I'm seeing a shield around the heart working with rose quartz, 1818 on the counter as I say that, the number 9. Again, the energy of cycles, cyclical energy, wearing rose quartz at the heart for empaths, the shielding energy, okay, coming through. Also, I'm going to extend here an invitation to possibly work with any kind of crystal at the crown or the third eye even. I'm bringing that through right now. They're showing me examples like amethyst or lapis. Something here for some of us specifically attuned to discernment. Lazar is also reiterating that because of the purple ray and the purple energy and the alchemization and the violet flame of Saint Germain with regard to transmutation. Okay, I'm just going to pop a few cards here at the end. This is a straightforward message. I don't want to make this too long. And they're urging me along. The Rose Oracle, I'm going to be popping some cards now from that. And also Pamela's mini deck here. The Rider-Waite-Smith, okay? So again, a lot of emphasis here on lovingly. Thank you so much. Self-devotion and self-love. And also making sure that you are really catching yourself in the patterns and cutting yourself some slack in the most conscious way possible. This isn't avoidance. This is about coming from a place of total unconditional love, the way that you think of the thing that is most dearest to you in your life, the person, the place, whatever it might be, the most dearest thing to you in your life, and how you approach that with unconditional love. That is exactly how we ought to be approaching ourselves. Lineage of the Rose. And this is something that the lineage of the Rose teaches us. Moved by the goddess, here for this, soul call and gather. This is also confirmation for some of you watching, some of us who feel they are connected. Interesting. I just totally... Who feel you are connected to the lineage of the rose, the sisterhood of the rose, the brotherhood of the rose. A crow just passed now from left to right. This could be especially for some of you who are men who are feeling called to the sisterhood of the rose, to be brothers of the sisterhood of the rose. Interesting. There's a rebalancing here also taking place is what they're showing me, because I almost flipped the deck in the opposite direction, which was interesting. More of that divine masculine, divine feminine balancing taking place as well. This Taurus energy is very feminine, right? Taurian energy is, Taurus is a feminine sign in astrology. Sophia, divine plan, wisdom, intelligence within destiny. Yeah. So this is just another confirmation again of these challenges, especially if you are also currently feeling like you're not where you're supposed to be. How many times have we said that to ourselves? I don't feel like I'm where I should be. I don't feel like I'm at where I'm supposed to be. I don't feel like I'm, living to the fullest that I could possibly be living. And the energy of Sophia, the Divine Mother, the energy of the void, the energy of the divine embrace is what I'm getting. These beautiful Venusian energies, these divine feminine energies, the lineage of the rose, is lovingly coming in to say that that is all total crap, darling. It's total crap. It's like that is a very, it's a distorted way that we look at progress and where we are at. And this is especially distorted through the imbalanced divine masculine and the energies that have dominated here on Mama Gaia for the last few thousand years, okay? Where we become very hard on ourselves, we're strict on ourselves. I'm getting a lot of Saturnian energy with that. We are moving into the Uranian age, astrologically, in the evolutionary sense too, but we are also moving into the Aquarian age, which is not... This is not an energy of that any longer. So there are going to be residual energies within our body, within our soul memories, all of this, for those of us who've had lifetimes here on Earth, for those of us who have interacted with energies, beings here on Earth, even if they are not past lifetimes on Earth, who understand this consciousness very, very well, okay? Not to mention that there are certain starseed nations or families where there is where you could have had past lives or even parallel lives where the energy is very harsh and very divinely masculine and distorted in that way, and dealing with that too. The return, a new story. Yes, you decide, alignment, it's coming together. This is the one energy of this day. This portal energy of you creating a portal of your own making. And how does it start? It starts with frequency is what they're showing it to me. And specifically, they're pointing me to the rose again. The rose on this card, our heart space, the energy of unconditional love. You get to create a new story. You get to decide. This is all about free will as well. You decide whether you want to align to your highest and greatest good in your highest timeline. Release the petals. Transformation, death and rebirth, shedding, all change. All change. Seeing that sun card coming out again as the energy of rebirth. Things are shedding. This is the chrysalis again. This is the energy of stepping into your power. This King of Pentacles is about feeling that in the physical, in your physical reality. This is also about doing root work, if that resonates with you, getting grounded, making sure that you are doing the things to get you grounded, feeling like a master of your physical domain and your physical creations, energy of mastery, and also how are you embodying again you being in alignment with your soul? What are the actions that you are taking in this King of Pentacles, right? I'm also hearing the seed of the soul here. This energy is going to get us out of sadness, right? Immediately when we shift our frequency, coming out with this Five of Cups in reverse, we're going to get to see those two cups standing behind us. Some of this, and what they're showing to me is those cups are synergy. Those two cups are synergy. They're the Two of Cups in the tarot. Pop in one more card. The energy of synergy. This feeling aligned. Also aligning emotionally at the heart as well to the people who are meant to be in your life. When I say meant, I mean aligned to. Okay, I want to be specific with that. It's going to happen fast. These energies, I'm getting light codes actually coming through with this. This Eight of Wands coming through like light codes, like frequencies. It's going to be like an eruption of energy. The moment you make this shift, it is available to you. Yeah, because with this Temperance coming out in reverse, that's just more of a confirmation here of feeling out of whack, feeling imbalanced. This Temperance card is also a card of alchemy. Lazar coming through again. I'm just going to hold it upright for a second here to speak about the Golden Pyramid. This traditionally is Archangel Michael, right? This angel, this beautiful angel, with that energy of this, oh my goodness, he's showing me like a tetrahedron, but I'm also seeing, I'm seeing the pyramids in that, the energy of fire here, but specifically what they're showing me, it's not this is interesting, I'm not getting it come through as just the fire element, I'm getting it through as it's coming through as the alchemical process of the pyramid. Is what I'm getting with that. And they're really pointing me to the sun here in the distance here on the horizon as that sun card. This is the road, this is the path that leads you back to you, to the truth of who you are. Reconnecting. It's always there. It's always been there. And they keep on showing me that sun card. Like that inner child, that inner spark. Okay, we're going to leave it there. Thank you to these beautiful Venusian energies, the Venusian Galactic Council of Light, the emissaries of light coming through for this message. Commander Ashtar, thank you for being here. Thank you for all of these Ascended Masters wanting to come through to connect with each and every one of us. Remember to do so in a way that feels safe for you, sacred space that is fully conscious, fully intended, and of your own free will. I would never tell you what to do. You do this all of your own free will. Thanking all of these Ascended Masters for coming through. Thanking Lazar for these messages as well. Thank you, Spirit, and I thank you. The Sisterhood of the Rose, thank you. The Lineage of the Rose really wanting to come through for this. And even Archangel Michael, feeling him wanting to come through as well. On behalf of all the light workers that he's working with. Really assisting us. The angelic realm here for us right now. I cannot emphasize that enough. If you are going through this right now, they're here to assist you. Your angels are always here to assist you. Thank you, Spirit. I thank you for spending your time, your energy, sharing this energy through this portal in time and space with me, with us. And I'm sending you so much love wherever you are, in love and liberation always.